Okay, so this presentation is called How to Enact and Accelerate Change in the Creative Industry. And by change, we are mainly speaking about the climate crisis. Okay, I'm not gonna even try to use the clicker, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say next slide. You can change it now if you want. Okay, and this whole, I think this whole panel comes from the idea of, I think there is a journey that everyone in the creative industry is probably at some point of this journey right now, and in terms of how they think and how they view the climate crisis. Some people might not have given much thought to it, but increasingly people are being more concerned, more worried, because it's certainly something that you should be concerned and worried about, and the news about it are not super positive. So if you are part of the creative industry, you might have already asked yourself a question, what can I do about this problem? And this is what I have personally asked myself, and everyone in this panel has already asked themselves this question. And as a member of Creatives for the Future, which is a Spanish-based initiative, that's exactly what we did. But I would like to start with a very, very brief recap of what the climate crisis entails. And this is by a scientist whose name I can't quite read right now, and I can't really remember, and it's Anthony Lysowitz, I think. I believe it's by him. I don't know if it's something that's come up, that's occurred to several scientists, but it's a very, very good way of explaining the climate crisis in a nutshell. And could you go back to the previous slide? Okay, so this is like the best way to explain the climate crisis in a nutshell. Okay, it's real. That's something that's very patent right now, and we are experiencing, as of today, the problems that global warming is causing in the climate. It's caused by human activity and the emissions that we put out on the atmosphere. It's bad if we don't change course quickly enough. There are some things that we won't be able to change at all, but if we don't change course quick enough, then the consequences could be very, very grim. Experts agree. So there is an overwhelming agreement in the science community that both as to the causes and also to the solutions. So we know what the problem is, and we know what we can do about it. So the good news is that there's hope, but we have to act, and we have to act quickly. Okay, so you can move on to the next slide if you. Okay, and I'd also like to point out that obviously when you think about the climate crisis from the perspective of someone who works in the creative industry, you probably realize that we have a bit of the blame to share. We have been promoting a culture of consumerism, and we have been promoting a kind of system, global system, that's probably partly to blame for the problem. And the good news is that we have the opportunity to turn it around, and we have the opportunity to use the skills and the tools that we have as creatives, the ones that we've used in the past to promote this kind of systemic system. We can use it to do the other way around. We can use it to change things a bit. Okay, you can move on to the next slide. So if you're working in the creative industry and you're really worried about the problem, and you know a bit, you know a lot, doesn't matter what stage you are, you probably ask yourself at some point, what is it that I can do as a creative with my skills and my tools, and working in an industry that has the reach and the importance that it has? Well, that's what we at Creatives for the Future asked and got together to wonder. And when we did that, we came up with 3 ways that we can have some impact as creatives. And you'll find the first one in the next slide. Sorry, this is just a presentation of the initiative. But on the next slide, you'll have the first area of influence that we believe that we could have. And the first thing that we can do is obviously change ourselves, and we can transform our agencies from within, and we can transform the way we do business. We can have more sustainable businesses, more conscious businesses. And as agencies, we are not neutral, and we should be aware of that, and we should start by changing ourselves. Secondly, on the next slide, we are not islands. We, as creatives, don't just work in our company, but we work for clients. And the clients that we work for, some of them are already changing course, or some of them are already doing things to tackle the climate crisis. Others are not, and some others are probably even responsible for making it worse. So as creatives, we have the responsibility to influence our clients, to bring them to the lighter side, to ask them to do better, and to convince them, and to also come up with initiatives and campaigns that can help them do better. And then the third thing that we believe that as creatives we can do is to make sustainability cool. And basically that's the thing that we do. As in the creative industry, we sell stuff, and we sell stuff by making it look sexy, and we try to make it appealing to people. We try to convince people to buy and purchase and get services and products. And what if we did the same thing with sustainability and climate action? If we can sell cars, shampoos, and cereal, we can surely sell a better future for people. So that's the three things that we believe that as creatives we can do. But as in Creatives for the Future, we're probably at a very early stage of this process. And what we do at the moment, we're hosting talks, but we're having a very deep discussion as to what is it specifically that as an initiative we should do to make all these three ideas come to reality. And following me are three amazing people from three really, really incredible initiatives who've gone much further than we have, and who have asked themselves these questions as well, and have already found really, really great solutions.